When I was I think it was kindergarten, we learned about the golden rule. Okay. The golden rule is do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Well, I'm here to say, fuck that. I'm all about doing unto others as they've done to me. Okay.
Unfiltered and unapologetic. She's in your face like, yeah, bitches, I said it. Authentic heart, honestly, really deceivably. Talking about life and all the betweens. She's Candidly Kasi.
Welcome back to another episode. This is one that I was not expecting to even talk about. There's been a series of interesting events, and I was reminded that the internet fucking sucks. So I thought, let's all talk about this together, because I'm pretty sure most of us have dealt with this at some point in our lives. Maybe your kids are dealing with this. I think it's a good place to have just an open conversation with people's bullshit. When I was in kindergarten, we learned about the golden rule. Okay. The golden rule is do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Well, I'm here to say, fuck that. I'm all about doing unto others as they've done to me. Okay. So that's why we're having this podcast today. Now, I'm going to have to give you a little bit of a backstory so that I can lead up to what the fuck happened. I'm recording this on a Friday. On Tuesday of this week, this is what happened. We went to lunch. The girls wanted to go to lunch. Now, I normally go and I'm happy to go wherever they want to go, and I don't eat. It's totally fine. I have celiac disease. I'm used to it. I'm not one of those people that goes out and willy-nilly just tries any restaurant because they say that they have gluten-free items. To me, no. It either has to be like 95% gluten-free or 100%. Okay. 95 meaning, yeah, that's predominantly gluten-free, but they do have a few options. Like you can get bread if you want or whatever. I'm more comfortable with that because predominantly the menu is gluten-free. So they wanted to go to lunch. I'm like, okay, let's go. We went to a place that is one of my favorites since moving here. I'm not naming the restaurant. So I've eaten there probably 100 times. I'm not being funny. It's amazing food, great service, love it. I have the Nima tester. So it is a gluten-free sensor that you put your food into and it checks it. It just checks and tells you, is there fucking gluten in the food or not, right? Yes. So, and it goes all the way down to like 10 parts per million. So 10 ppm, which is really good. So every time I eat, I test my food because I want to make sure. Now, I remember when I first found out I had celiac disease in 2012, I had no idea what gluten was. I literally said, can I eat potatoes? Which it's funny because a lot of people say the same thing. I've heard for some reason you think potato is gluten. It's not. I didn't know that. It sucked. There was not a lot of options. It really wasn't in restaurants. It wasn't very popular at all. So I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? And I remember reading a book. I think her name is Erica, and it's called Celiac and the Beast. And there was a part in the book that she said, if you think you're going to live in a completely gluten-free world, good luck because it's impossible. Something along the lines of that, basically saying it is hard to just go out, go to restaurants. And I remember reading that. I was on the beach in Brigantine, sitting in a chair, and I was reading that and I thought, yeah, right, I'm going to fucking do it. And let me tell you, I have, because I rarely go out. I never get it. I just don't. I haven't been glutened in a very long time because I'm so crazy. I cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My dogs are gluten-free. I bake them gluten-free treats. I'm like psychotic about it because to me, I don't want it. And I get such a harsh reaction, like vomiting, shitting myself, anxiety, and that's just external. What's going on internal is a whole different thing, right? So I don't fuck around when it comes to this. It's funny because I've said certain things to my husband, like, you know, how come I can't, especially when it comes to food, well, how come I can't stop doing this? Like, I don't have the willpower. And he's like, Casey, you found out you can't have gluten. You've never once in 14 years said, fuck it, I'm going to eat a slice of pizza, or fuck it, I'm going to eat a cheesesteak. He's like, you've never done that. And I'm like, that's actually a really good testament of how much willpower I have. Yes, it really is. So we go to this restaurant. I order a pancake, which sucks because I really wasn't even feeling like a pancake. But to me, to have a gluten-free pancake, like, yes. So I got grits and I got a pancake and I got a side of bacon. And my girls got food and they're sitting there. And I was like, well, I'm just going to film myself using my Nima sensor. And I'm filming. Kylie makes a joke and says, what if it comes back gluten? I'm like, huh. I laugh because, like, not going to happen. And it takes like 2 to 3 minutes for the test to run. And it popped for gluten. So my face, I was shocked. I genuinely was shocked. Like, my brain could not process that this happened because I've gone there so many times and tested so many times and it was fine that I was like, what the hell, right? So then Wilson says, maybe it was a glitch, try again, which this thing doesn't glitch, but again, I'm not believing this. So I try again, it pops again. So now I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, I don't want to say anything to people because I feel bad because like every time I come in, they're like, oh my gosh, like they know, right? And I don't want to make somebody feel bad, but at the same time, I just want to know what happened because I'm confused. So the waitress comes over and I was like, listen, I'm not trying to be a pain in the ass. I have this sensor. It checks for gluten. This has never happened before. And it's showing gluten. Do you have any idea what could have possibly happened? And she says, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Our gluten-free griddle is down. We're using the regular griddle and trying to clean it as best we can. Okay, so that's called cross-contamination. So that's why it popped for that, right? Now, here's the thing. Had I had known that the griddle was down, I would have never ordered that. I would have got the Alfredo that they have because all of their pasta is gluten-free. Like I said, 95% of the things in this restaurant are gluten-free. You know, they're not replacing gluten-free pasta for regular pasta. They only use gluten-free pasta. So I would have done that. I wish they would have told me, but at the same time, I didn't eat it. It's not like I got sick and then that would have been a whole thing. Thank God I have this device that I have. So the manager came over. And I was like, listen, I am so sorry. And he was like, I already comped your meal. And I was like, you do not have to do that. He's like, I already did it. Like, he did it in the back before he even came out to me. I'm like, you don't have to do that because both of my girls got like full meals. And he was like, what can I get you? I'm like, no. Like, I'm really good. Don't worry about it. I'm going to come back here. I don't want you to think I'm not going to come here. And then he was asking about the sensor and, you know, how it works and blah, blah, blah. So I wasn't going to post a video. But then I decided to and just not say the name of the restaurant and not put the location of the restaurant because the way that they handled this was so above and beyond. Every waitress came up to our table to apologize. I was like, I was apologizing because they were apologizing because, listen, we're human. We make mistakes. Mistakes are allowed. It's okay. I guarantee you moving forward, they will not do that again. They will tell the people that say they have celiac so that they know. So, okay, this was great. No harm, no foul. I didn't get sick. They didn't make me sick. I got my money back. Like, we're good. So I make this video and I was showing myself using the Nima sensor. And it's funny because I do ads for people all the time. Like, I run stuff and it's, you know, it's funny because whenever you put ad, because you have to put, it's an ad, it usually just doesn't move that much. The company usually has to put money into the ad for it to have legs. That's at least been in my experience. Well, this fucking thing starts moving. And it's funny when you post videos for them to go viral, you can just tell immediately because within a minute, 1,000 people had seen it. I'm not being, it was moving so fast. And I was like, every time you refresh, it was like 1,000, 2,000, 3,500. 5,000. Like every time you pulled down, it was just more and more and more. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is going to go there. So I said to my husband, because Instagram is a tough nut to crack, at least for me. I'm more on TikTok. Instagram is difficult. So I think the most views I've had on Instagram has been like 20,000, right? So I said to my husband, I was like, man, this thing is really moving. And he was like, well, what number would you be happy with? And I'm like, honestly, for Instagram, 50,000 would make me happy. Like that to me is inconceivable. I can't even like wrap my brain around it. I was just at 3,300,000 when I started talking. I just refreshed. I'm at 3.7 million. So this is how much this thing is moving. It's been not even 48 hours and it's been crazy. On TikTok, which normally that's my bigger one, I'm at 1.1 million. So the fact that it like blew up on Instagram is super weird. I forgot what happens when you have viral videos, because all of a sudden it is now not going out to your followers. It's going out to people who are nuts. So I'm here to read the comments that I've been receiving because it's been crazy. Now, I thought that would be something fun to do. This is just a reminder that not everybody should have the internet. People thought that I ordered a regular pancake and used the sensor just to show the sensor. First of all, I'm not going to waste a thing like that. I would want my gluten-free pancake and use the sensor and show that it works because it's gluten-free. Why would I order something that I can't have? Ugh, anyway, here we go. This episode is sponsored by Boron. Since 1932, Boron has been dedicated to providing high-quality medicines made from Earth's best resources. As a world leader in homeopathic medicines, they're passionate about sharing sustainable health solutions for the whole family. You can find Boron medicines at retailers nationwide. Learn more at boronusa.com. All right, I want to share something that's been a staple in my routine for almost 2 years now, Primal Queen. These are female-focused beef organ supplements, which might sound a little different, but hear me out. They are packed with some of the most nutrient-dense ingredients you can give your body. We're talking about real, whole food nutrients that support things like energy, hormone balance, skin, hair, and overall vitality, especially during seasons like perimenopause when your body needs the most support. I've started taking them almost 2 years ago, and not only has my skin never looked better, I just feel more supported overall. It's about nourishing your body from the inside out in a way that actually makes sense. If you've been feeling off or just want to level up your wellness routine, this is something to look into. Go to primalqueen.com/Kasi. That's primalqueen.com/KASI and save 25%. Don't overthink it. Your future self will be glad you didn't. Let's talk about one of the easiest wellness upgrades you can make, switching to real high-quality honey. I use Bees and Trees honey every single day, and it's one of those small habits that actually makes a big difference. It's raw, pure, and packed with natural goodness, nothing like the overly processed stuff you find on most shelves. Whether you're adding it to your coffee, tea, or just taking a spoonful, it's a simple way to support your body while enjoying something sweet. And especially if you're focusing on hormone health, energy, and feeling your best overall. What you put into your body matters. This is one of those feel-good staples I always keep on hand. If you want to upgrade your routine, you can get 10% off at checkout with code CaseyDiStefano at beesandtrees.com. That's www.beesandtrees.com and use code KASIDESTEFANO. It's a small change, but it's a powerful one. This just shows you the level of compassion that people are missing. And I don't know how we got here as a whole, but we're here. Okay? I remember as a little kid, boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. They're fucking here. They're back. They're back. And they're in my comments. So we're going to read them together. Okay? So if you eat there all the time, then they probably have been serving you the gluten version every time and you didn't notice. So you're not actually intolerant or allergic. The minute gluten touches my stomach, I'm done. That's how you know. Just say you want to be part of a group. First of all, this was the one that pissed me off the most because this is somebody who I guess doesn't have celiac disease but is intolerant or allergic, because there is a difference from having celiac disease, which is an autoimmune disease, and being gluten intolerant or having a gluten allergy. So let's just get that straight, right? Saying that I want to be part of a group, I don't want to be part of this group. Believe me, I wish I could eat. I'd be eating Bruni's Pizza. I'd be eating Manco Manco now in Ocean City. I'd be eating Brothers Cheesesteaks, Marcello's. Every time I go to fucking New Jersey, I'd be eating all the food. By the way, nothing in Florida because nothing. I'd be in New Jersey eating my fucking face off till my asshole blew out. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be eating so much gluten. Okay? All of it. But I can't. So when I go to New Jersey, I go to one place that has gluten-free stuff, and that's all I can do. So, okay, please don't act like I want to be part of a group that I really don't want any association with. But unfortunately, my father's side of the family passed this down to me. Anyway, I thought it was really rude that somebody who actually also can't have gluten, like I can't even be a part of a group that I don't want to be a part of. Wild. Her name was Anne. She's a cunt. Okay, moving on. People get a bellyache one time after they eat and self-diagnose celiac. Bitch, I was diagnosed in 2012. Okay, I'm not trying to be cool on the internet. Again, I don't think being gluten-free is cool. I don't even talk about being gluten-free that much because it's just what it is. What am I going to do? Like, yeah, sometimes I'll post recipes to help other people out, but other than that, I don't really think it's an interesting topic. Your food had a little bit of gluten in it. It's not arsenic. Stop being so dramatic. Also, very likely you just got regular pancakes so you could film this ad. You sell out. Terrible, and they should have informed you. But literally every single video I've seen about this thing has been an ad. Every actual experience I've heard from users not paid to use it have said it's inaccurate, and it's so unaffordable. You'd be spending like $1,000 a week. I commented. I can't speak for everyone, but that's simply not true for myself or anyone I personally know who uses it. For example, I ate at Epic in Jacksonville yesterday and was sitting next to someone who also had one. We were talking about how much of a lifesaver this is. By the way, my food was fine yesterday, and I showed the picture that I took with my food and my Nima sensor with a smiley face. Again, I don't go out to eat that much, so would I be spending $1,000 on this thing a week? No, that'd be weird. And I don't think anybody eats out that much. I use this for the occasional time that I actually go out so that I have peace of mind knowing that it is gluten-free. In quotes, natural minded. Pulls out the most Star Wars looking device. I responded, oh, I'm sorry. I thought natural minded meant I lean towards natural things to treat sickness. I didn't realize it meant I couldn't test my food for gluten so I don't get sick. I'll change my handle right away. So natural minded mama is my handle. I don't know what I would change it to. This guy's name is Half Quad. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Here's another one. Okay, but why do you look so disappointed? Just tell them instead of sitting there and staring and looking so shocked. LOL. I was genuinely shocked. Like genuinely shocked. First of all, it was more of a feeling of like, oh my God, I think I just lost my safe place to eat. And that was heartbreaking for me. My brain just couldn't process it. I can't explain it. That was my genuine reaction. I figured I was going to film myself. Oh my gosh, look, like I usually do. It's a smiley face and then I'm eating and that's it. I wasn't expecting this to go any other way. So that was my true face. This was from a fucking chef, okay? Ma'am, it means you are not intolerant, all caps, and that is okay. She's a fucking chef. I said, ma'am, I actually have celiac disease, and that is actually annoying, but I deal with it. It's scary that a fucking chef commenting that shit. That's actually fucking scary. This one was a good one. Maybe it's a made-up thing you thought could fill the void you probably have for a personality. This account had no followers and no posts. Okay, so I don't know who's on the internet with like fake accounts like this, just sitting there thinking that they're throwing zingers out to people, but it's fucking weird. Someone wrote, you're fine, relax, but didn't put apostrophe RE, just YOUR. So I had to correct that because I think if you're going to try to insult somebody, you should at least be not a fucking idiot. Here's another one. As someone with celiac myself, I fear this is more on the phobia level for you though. My sister, Eve, has Hashimoto and doesn't need to test everything she eats. It's okay to have that phobia, but blaming it solely on your celiac is wildly dramatic, babes. I don't have a fucking phobia. I have a device that can check the food for gluten, so why would I not do that? It's not a phobia. Stay home if you have to go through this shit, or man up. I commented, celiac disease can't man up. Somebody else commented, anything less than 20 ppm is classified as gluten-free. So at 10 ppm and under your own admittance, you've eaten there a lot of times. So I had to explain that the device checks down to 10 ppm, but if you do a full pancake or a full thing with gluten, it's going to pop. It's going to pop with cross-contamination. It doesn't tell you the number. It doesn't come back and say, yes, this is 100% gluten. It doesn't do that. All it tells you is there is gluten in this. And for somebody with celiac, we go, I'm not going to fucking eat that, right? Here's my point. I don't know what's wrong with people. that number one, I made sure I did not name the restaurant. I did not bash anybody. I did not send people to their comments because, again, I don't even want them fucking seeing this, which now it's too late. I'm sure they have seen this video. I'm not trying to shit talk them. The whole point, and I said this in the video, sometimes you get comfortable going to a place that you've gone to all the time, and then you don't check or you don't ask questions. And that, well, first of all, I would have never known to ask, like, is your griddle down? But believe it, next time I will. And you get, I don't want to say careless, you get comfortable. And in that comfortability, you can get fucked. And that is what would have happened if I didn't have this. I really thought that that was the lesson there. I genuinely use this. I did not know. I think this came out, if I'm not mistaken, it came out in 2013. I was diagnosed in 2012. I didn't find out about this until fucking last year. I went all those years barely eating out. This gave me more confidence to be able to go and try things. So that's why I use it. I'm not somebody who eats out all the time. You guys know, if you follow me online, I cook all the time. But it's crazy because you get to this point with people, you just can't let it bother you mentally, because I can't imagine being a kid and dealing with this. Now, my daughter, Kylie, was seeing all this and she was commenting. I'm like, Kylie, stop commenting to these people. Like, this shit doesn't bother me like it's bothering you. First of all, the more people comment, even if it's negative, the better for me, the more it's going to push it. That's how this works. So go for it. Number two, people that have celiac or have a gluten intolerance or have a gluten allergy are in the comments arguing with these people. I don't have to fucking do it, right? There was only a few comments that I wrote back because it was so stupid. And honestly, the one that was like a verified chef, which I feel like sharing her fucking handle, because bitch, I would never go to your restaurant if that's the shit you're doing. Like, if this is how you treat people and you're making fun of it and you're acting like it's no big deal, I could not imagine going to your restaurant and ordering and trusting you to handle my food. I couldn't do that. Why would I do that? You clearly just showed your ass. Having this is isolating as it is. Every wedding I've gone to, I've brought my own food. I do not bother people about that. Every single one. I actually just missed my friend Anthony's wedding, but he was like, hey, I'm going to figure this out. And I'm like, no, don't even worry about it, because I don't want to get sick. The last thing I would want to do is go to somebody's wedding or somebody's event where somebody is trying to make food for me that they really don't know what they're doing, right? And then I eat it because I'm trying to be nice, and then I get sick and I'm projectile vomiting all over the place. I would feel horrible because then they would feel horrible. This happened to me in the very, very beginning. Somebody that was being nice, again, being nice, made me gluten-free cookies, okay? They bought some kind of mix and they used the regular pans. I did not know about cross-contamination to this degree. I ate the cookies. I'm fucking throwing up and shitting my pants. And I had to go through everything. Well, it's the same. And guess what? Little things like that. Your counters not being wiped down properly, your utensils and all that stuff. Like, it's what happens. Yes, it's what happens. And guess what? When you don't have it to the degree that I don't, I'm not getting gluten here and there, it hits you even worse because your body is so used to not having it, it's worse. So my reaction to it has actually gotten way worse. I remember when I met my husband in 2012, and I was like, hey, I throw up a couple times a week. I don't know why. And I have diarrhea. I always have diarrhea. I thought it was stress. No, it was celiac disease. I just didn't know that yet. In the beginning, when I was getting gluten all the time, it was kind of less of a reaction because it had been in my system and it was happening more. Now that I don't have it at all, my fucking God, either that or I'm just forgetting how bad it was. But it's like you have a stomach virus. And again, that's not even what's going on internal. Now, some people, it just hits them internally and there are no outside symptoms. I blow up like I'm 9 months pregnant, okay? I vomit, I throw up, I get the shits, I'm sweating, I'm having an anxiety attack because I have a vomiting phobia, by the way. I will cop to that. I don't like throwing up. So it's all this stuff. It's so bad that even when I am sick, if my stomach is hurting, I'm like, did I eat gluten? Oh my God, what did I eat? And I'm going through everything that I had so that I can try to figure out if it's that or if it's not. Fun story. What year was this? 2014, motherfuckers. Guess what happened to me? I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm throwing up. I'm shitting my pants. I'm in extreme pain, like pain in my stomach. Bathroom all night. Steve is sleeping. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to wake him up. I must have eaten gluten. I must have eaten gluten. That's what this has to be. So I don't do anything. I remember crawling back to the bedroom, crawling up on the rocking chair and curling up in the fetal position and just trying to hold a certain position because my stomach hurt so bad. And I'm like, we had just gone out to eat, by the way. So I'm like, oh, whatever. He wakes up in the morning. It's like 7 o'clock. He's like, what are you doing over there? I'm sweating. And I was like, I guess I ate gluten. I don't know what happened. Like, I've been throwing up and shitting all night. Like, this is terrible. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make you breakfast. Because I'm the kind of person when I don't feel good, I have to do my normal routine because I'll almost talk myself out of it. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. I can make breakfast. Look, I can clean. I can do this. Blah. Nothing's affecting me. I ended up passing out because my ovary had a torsion. Okay. So it twisted on itself and cut off the blood supply. So all night I'm thinking I ate gluten because that's the normal reaction that I get. Meanwhile, I had to have emergency fucking surgery on a Sunday and was in the hospital for 4 days. That's the part that I can't stand. You don't know what it is. Oh, there was another comment that somebody said, celiac disease is my favorite cosplay. Like, it's not a thing. So many people are like, gluten, it's not a thing. My grandmother had it. My this, that, it. Oh, everyone ate gluten. You guys are weird. Do you think we're all collectively doing this for attention? Because it's very isolating. Apparently, I'm the gluten police now. So my last Nima Sensor video got millions of views. And according to the comments, I have personally offended half the internet. Apparently, I'm dramatic. Apparently, I'm paranoid. Apparently, I should just live a little. I'd love to live a little. Unfortunately, my celiac disease likes to choose violence. So yes, I test my food. Not because I think restaurants are trying to poison me. Mistakes happen. Cross-contamination happens. Gluten-free mix-ups happen. And I'd rather spend 3 minutes testing my meal than 3 days regretting it. The funny part, Nima has actually saved me from eating gluten more than once. So you guys can keep calling me dramatic. I'll be over here eating my food and actually enjoying the rest of my week. If you have celiac disease, gluten sensitivity, or a gluten allergy, this little gadget has been worth every penny for me. And no, I'm still not trusting the pancakes without testing them first. Head on over to nimanow.com and use code Kasi for 15% off. Okay, ladies, I want to talk about something that completely changed my life, and I don't say that lightly. If you're in your 30s or 40s and suddenly feeling off, low energy, mood swings, anxiety, not sleeping, weight changes, and you're wondering what the heck is happening to me, it might be perimenopause. I've been a patient with MIDI Health for almost 2 years now, and it was the first time I actually felt heard, understood, and taken seriously. They specialize in perimenopause and menopause care, and they create personalized treatment plans, so you're not just guessing or being told this is normal. For me, getting the right support made a huge difference in how I feel day to day. And now I'm actually a proud ambassador because I truly believe more women need to know this kind of care exists. This is truly women's health. You don't have to just push through and feel miserable. If you've been struggling and not getting answers, go check out MIDI Health at www.joinmidi.com and see what's possible for you. Let's talk about one of the easiest wellness upgrades you can make, switching to real high-quality honey. I use Bees and Trees honey every single day, and it's one of those small habits that actually makes a big difference. It's raw, pure, and packed with natural goodness, nothing like the overly processed stuff you find on most shelves. Whether you're adding it to your coffee, tea, or just taking a spoonful, it's a simple way to support your body while enjoying something sweet. And especially if you're focusing on hormone health, energy, and feeling your best overall. What you put into your body matters. This is one of those feel-good staples I always keep on hand. If you want to upgrade your routine, you can get 10% off at checkout with code CaseyDiStefano at beesandtrees.com. That's www.beesandtrees.com and use code KASIDESTEFANO. It's a small change, but it's a powerful one. Back to the wedding, by the way, sorry. I bring my own food everywhere. Happily. I don't want anybody to have to feel like they have to make me food because at the end of the day, I'm not going to eat it because even though I understand like they're just being nice, I don't want to get sick. So I bring my own food everywhere I go, normally. I'm sorry that sometimes I do want to go out and eat if I can. I do. I want to be able to do that with my family. When people are like, stay home, stay home, stay home, you don't belong out here. Okay, let me ask you a question. If somebody's in a fucking wheelchair, do they not belong going out because they're in a wheelchair and it's bothering people or it's upsetting people? Like, no, you would never say that to somebody in a wheelchair. So why are you saying it to me and all of these other people who can't have gluten? Now, believe me, when I waitressed at my mom's restaurant, okay, there would be people coming in. Oh, okay, I can't have gluten. I'm like, okay, guess what? There's nothing in here that you can have. There's flour everywhere. Everywhere. I used to get sick. There were days I came home sick because I was breathing it in. And I did my best to not breathe it in. Okay. There's only so much you can do though. So then they'd be like, just give me wings don't batter the wings. And I'm like, oh, okay. Just fried wings, whatever. No batter. Fine. Well, then when dessert would come, they'd order cheesecake. And I'd say, oh, well, the cheesecake has a flour crust. Oh, it doesn't matter. People like that who are doing it because they think it's going to make them skinny or I don't know what the fuck. That's what gave people like me, because it's annoying, because those people are fucking annoying and it's confusing and it makes everybody think that everybody is in that position and not everybody is. Not everybody is a fucking moron who's just doing this for I don't know what. That is what makes it look bad. And I would get so mad because I would say to my mom all the way back then, this is why people don't understand, because they have people like this coming in that have no idea what they're fucking talking about, who are doing it just to lose weight. Because that's what the girl said. I'm doing this to diet. I'm going to lose weight. Okay. The hardest part is I'm 43 years old. I can take it, right? I can take it. I think about kids that are on the internet that deal with this stuff. When videos go viral, everybody all of a sudden has to put their opinion. I don't comment on people's shit, good, bad, or ugly. But people have to just put their opinions out there. They have to lay down trash, typing it in. I don't understand, razzing people. To me, I want to do uplifting stuff. I want to inspire people. I want to make people feel seen and heard, right? I would never just throw trash on something for no reason. I could never see a video like that and be like, oh, this girl just wants attention. I didn't cause a scene. In the video, I didn't cause a scene. I didn't even record myself when I was talking to the people, because why the fuck would I do that, right? Okay, we just hit 4 million, by the way. I deleted any comment where somebody put the name of the restaurant because I don't want them getting shit talked. Anybody where they put a negative comment, I was like, they handled it so well. I was apologizing because they were apologizing so much. They could not have handled it better. Anytime I saw somebody leaving some kind of disparaging comment, because that's really what happened. I ate at a place which I will never fucking go back to again. I will tell you the place. It's called Salt Life, and it's on Amelia Island, because I normally go there and I get a Mexican roll, and it has ahi tuna, jalapeno, eel sauce, shrimp, rice, wrapper. Now I get it in an annoying way. I get no ahi, no eel sauce, because the eel sauce is not gluten-free. I don't fucking like that anyway. I can't even think about that. So I get no ahi, no eel sauce, no jalapeno. So it's basically shrimp, rice, and wrapper, right? And gluten-free soy sauce. Now I get this all the time. This happened to me before when I went to a different restaurant and they gave me the regular sauce, which you can't tell gluten-free from non-gluten-free soy sauce. It's fucking impossible. Same color, same everything, right? So I started carrying my own packets because now I don't have to worry about this. Anyway, this day I didn't have my packets and I was out of the ones that I keep in my car. I said, just please, please, please make sure that the soy sauce is gluten-free. I can't have, whatever. Okay. They bring it to me. Okay. You sure it's gluten-free? Oh, yeah, I get it. I use my sensor. Bam, it pops. Okay. Now I bought 2 of these rolls. It was like $40. I'm getting my money back for this because I can't fucking eat it. And my kids aren't going to eat that. So I go back in. I'm like, listen, I am so sorry. I show them the sensor. I can show you guys exactly what it looks like. So not only does it show me on my sensor, it shows me on the app, right? So it'll actually show you gluten found. It tells you right there, so you know. So I show them. The manager comes out. He was a fucking dick. Listen, and this is what I said to him. I am so sorry. I come here all the time. I love getting this roll. I'm going to be back. Something happened. Unfortunately, I can't eat this. So that's why I would like my money back. And he never said, I'm sorry. He never said, oh my gosh, literally nothing. He said, what do you want me to do about it? I'm like, I want my money back. I can't eat this, right? My kids aren't going to eat it. If my kids would have eaten it, say it was something that they'd be like, I'd be like, fine, but they're not going to eat that. He was such an asshole to me. I will not go back there. I will not go back there because again, people make mistakes. But normally you would at least say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that happened. like the other place did. What can I get you? What can I do? And I left feeling amazing because I'm like, these people really care. Over there, he don't give a fuck, okay? And it's unfortunate because it's not his restaurant. He just manages it. And if that's the face and the attitude of the place, I'm good. I'm not going there. That's the thing. We are human. We make mistakes. But it's just weird to have all of these people shitting on somebody, saying I'm lying, saying it's fake. Somebody was like, are you actually diagnosed? No. Do you think I'm doing this for fun? Do you think I'm doing this for fun? And it's funny because even on, I think it was on Instagram, because I said thanking my father's side of the family for getting this. One of my cousins wrote, yeah, it's that Caminale blood. I have it too. The Caminale genes. I have it too. That's my maiden name. So there was somebody right in there that also has it. Like, oh my gosh. Anyway, here's my point. If your fucking kids are on the internet, please make sure you are monitoring what's going on because I can handle this. I am used to this. I've been doing the internet this way pre-fucking COVID, bitch. I was doing all of this shit. And then when COVID hit, you think I wasn't getting trashed every day for the shit that I was saying? I was. I'm used to this. But for a kid to experience this, it's hard. And I can't even say that because there's other adults that are like, I don't know how you do this. I think it's funny sometimes because people get so unhinged. It makes my day. I don't know. Like it just does. Maybe I'm like twisted. I have no idea. But I don't know. My Aura ring said I had a 93% score last night. I mean, I'm sleeping like I'm sleeping like I'm dead. I'm doing good. Oh, and then somebody else, I thought this was funny. He commented and said, it looks like your nails aren't gluten-free because I've been chewing them, right? I'm eating my fingernails because I'm having surgery. And by the way, when you have this surgery, you can't use your teeth as tools. So you can't get a hangnail or whatever. So then when I read that, I immediately bit my fingers, which I don't know why, because I normally don't. So I was like, yeah, burn. You're right. Yes, I do bite my nails. And then I looked at his picture and I don't even tell you. I looked at his picture and I could say something about him, but I'm like, why would I do that? Because I'm not an asshole. But then again, if we're going to do the golden rule that I said we were going to do, treat others as they've treated us, he posted himself topless and his nipples look like fucking large salamis. So this motherfucker's out there charcuterie on the beach, posting himself, okay? But my nails are a problem. Fuck off. Anyway, that being said, I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. Don't let people get you down. You're better than that. By the way, next Tuesday, Tobi Granger is going to be on. She's going to be answering all your questions. And when you're listening to that episode, I will be in surgery. It's the day of my teeth. Whoever you pray to, feel free to put one in for me. Call one up, call one down, whatever you got to do. Call one in to somebody, phone a friend, and be like, I hope Casey can do this. I need all the good juju right now, okay? Love you guys. I'll see you next Tuesday.